How did Australia go? I'm wearing the podium hat. It was a bit disastrous for Teo, but maybe with all his overtaking, he got improvements. Are we ready? Oh, I mean, Albon improved. Oh, look, with Teo, we're looking for overtaking. None of these are... I was about to say none of these ever matter. That matters. That's very good to go up by 2. Everyone liked that. Ah, boo. 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 Hey! I'll tell you what. He's improving, isn't he? The boy is racing. He's an 83 rated driver now. And the board have high confidence in me. They bloody love me. Oh, chat, I forgot to check on Owassa's development. Now, I'll be honest, with Owassa, his development has stalled a little bit. I mean, look, he's improving, to be fair, but Owassa, I don't want to say I've checked out on him, but development rate average. He's not going to be developing as quick anymore, and his contract's up at the end of the year. I don't think he's going to be here next season. What parts have we not got many of? 3 chassis, 4 front wings. We're about to build new front wings and new rear wings. That's not a concern. Let's manufacture 1 suspension and also 1 chassis. Just so we've got backups. New regulation vote. Oh, chat. This is a big one. So in real life, in 2026, there's going to be big reg changes in Formula 1. This item here is going to be big. It's going to be really big. Now, the thing we need to just check quickly first is, what of our parts is, like, good? So, we have a mid-chassis. We have good front wing. We've got a mid-rear wing. Side pods, awful. We are not side pod Andys here. Underfloor, good. Suspension, average. So... I think side pods, we want a side pod or a rear wing vote here. Chat, it's side pod or chassis. It's side pod or chassis. Now, where were we in? I think those are both okay for us, actually. Is our chassis? Oh, our chassis is mid as well. That's really good. I mean, we're voting side pods for the big hits here, but either is good. Okay, so there's a major technical... vote here, basically. This is going to massively impact performance. Do we vote for a side pod overhaul or a chassis overhaul? Oh my god, look at the vote. I mean, everything's going to get worse. But what do we want to have nerfed more? Oh my god, it's literally everything is dying. Apparently this is a chassis-focused overhaul. But actually, it's a bigger decrease on everything. And a slightly less big decrease on side pods. This is the big Red Bull nerf. This one is a lot more of a well-balanced nerf to everything, whereas we definitely want the side pods. We want the side. We are voting side pods here. Tell you what, if it's the other one, it will make everything a lot closer. We have a new front wing for this weekend. I can get 2 regular ones made for Baku, and then if we need to emergency manufacture, we can do some. We voted for the side pod changes. Ferrari voted for. McLaren voted for. That's a good start. Red Bull and Mercedes voted against. Haas and Renault voted for. Hugo Boss voted against. Sauber voted against. Who won the tiebreaker? It's a split. The next scroll down is going to reveal all. 5 votes to 5. No one could agree in F1. Yes! Up the side pods. Up the pissing side pods. I mean, it's down with side pods. Side pods are going to be killed in this update, which is great because our side pods are bad. Okay, now we need to emergency manufacture rear wings. We've got a new rear wing. I can make one normally. I've then got to emergency manufacture them. I actually don't know how the tiebreaker works, but shout out to the tiebreaker F1 team. They're a great team. I've been a fan of them since I was a little boy. Okay, so here's the deal. We are going to emergency manufacture a second side pod for 1 million. If we have any smashes, we will emergency manufacture rear wings and front wings at the weekend, which costs a lot. But if we can get through this weekend only using the ones that we've got, that would be good. But I think it might be time to research side pods. I think it's time for us to research Le Pods. And I think we put quite a lot into it as well. When's the... Oh, okay. 10 days and we do the ATR period. Thing is, it's one of those things where I'm going to want to research for all those reg changes, but we also need to be competitive this year. Pause all design projects. Do we have any design projects? No. Yeah, okay. You know what? We can delay all the projects that aren't happening. That's fine. I approve the investigation, which will actually be done before the ATR reset. So with this, there is a flat percentage nerf to all parts. It's quite big, but also side pods get a bigger effect. And because side pods are one of our worst parts, they'll be affected more. And because it's a percentage reduction, obviously the team who's good at everything Red Bull will have a more significant drawback. So next season there will be a pretty different shake-up in terms of ordering. Now you're awake. End of the session. We're through. No problemo. We had such a disastrous qualifying as Saudi Arabia on a sprint weekend. I desperately want both drivers through here. That's good for us. Danny Rick has got a penalty to serve for his crash last race as well. Okay, Albon's softs are a bit more used than Teo's, but it's going to be the second laps that I think matter more here. Anyway, Albon's going to cross the line here. He was quicker than Teo through the second sector by 2/10, but Becher's going to get a mega toe, I'd like to think, off Bottas here at the end. Albon, first across the line. He sets the benchmark for everyone else. 141.6, faster than Sainz. Is Becher going to go close? Becher gets that nice little toe. May have been held up by Bottas in the second sector. That's a really good lap for Albon. I expect Ferrari to be quicker there, so I expect Red Bull to be quicker than us. I think we're racing the Mercedes and McLarens, if I was going to guess. But those times there, they look pretty solid. I think, do I play it safe with Teo? You know what? He's going quicker. We'll leave him out. Albon wasn't improving, so we can pull him in. He might actually block Teo here, ironically. I mean, to say ironically, wouldn't be a funny ironic. It'd be a bloody annoying ironic. How much quicker is Teo about to go here? Not that much quicker. He had two green sectors. I wonder if he had to lift there at the end. I mean, the good news for us is 2 drivers into Q3. Is that the first time this season that's happened? It's weird, right? First 2 races of the season, kind of disastrous from a performance point of view. If you were to look at the actual kind of qualifying performances and where we finished during the races, like 9th in Bahrain, 9th and 10th in Saudi Arabia. But actually, when you look a bit beyond that, the performance of the car is good this year. Interesting the tyre difference, by the way, between Russell and Albon. I wonder why Albon... Oh, because Albon abandoned his flying lap. That makes sense. I mean, shout out to George Russell. Bloody love George Russell. Look at this. How much have we gained on the Ferrari this lap? I don't know why we're trying the overtake. Bit of weaving. Why not? 1.3 seconds quicker than the Ferrari. They weren't blocked there either. Still slower than Leclerc. The Red Bull's quick. What can Teo do? Not bad. Not bad. I guess Perez was getting a toe off us. Wow. I mean, this is looking like it's going to be a racy weekend. Albon got the purple sector 3 of dreams behind that Ferrari, but it just wasn't enough. Becher's going to cross the line here. Can he improve on his 3rd sector? I don't feel like it's going to happen. I'm going to be realistic here. He crosses the line. Doesn't improve. He'll start 10th. Can Albon improve? I mean, his sector 3 was the big one, and we are not close enough to get the benefit of the Red Bull. We have been dropped by Leclerc in the 2nd sector. Danny Rick is taking a grid penalty. I don't know if that comes in now. That's very naughty by the Ferrari there, making Albon lift. Do not like that. We're still going to start 4th. You know what? 4th and 10th I can work with.
Drivers take on 17 laps.
Baku. Lads, it's Baku. What happens in Baku stays in Baku and usually results in people getting fired after Baku. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. It's race time. It's lights out and away we go. Albon starting 4th. Becher further back. Probably needs to get some moves done sooner rather than later, but with his confidence, I don't really want to push him prematurely, especially at Baku of all places. Clean through the first couple of corners. Turn 3 is where carnage sometimes happens. The Renaults are fighting behind us. Side by side. Well, I was going to say side by side. It's actually Zhou making his way through. Teo making stuff happen. Holding on to 10th for now. Interesting to note, Danny Rick already dropping back from the other cars. Albon has got George Russell on the outside. That man scares me. Also, do not forget, DRS enabled after 1 lap here in Baku in the sprint race. So we will have DRS nice and earlier as George Russell still trying to make the move on us. Albon squeeze him. Too wide through the castle section. Only an F1 manager can you do that. There's a yellow flag already. Who's had a moment? Who's had a crash?
There's a yellow flag now.
What's happened? Who was it? Oh gosh, it's a pile-up at the back. It's Yuki Tsunoda. He's managed to keep going there. He did F up. He did F up there. Was that Hauger? Who he hit? It might have been Dennis Hauger. We've already dropped Gasly by a second, which is mega for us. That's really, really useful. Albon might be able to have a go on Perez here. Let's try and get this move done in. No DRS for him to defend. Should be a simple one, really. Is going to be a simple one. Albon up to 3rd for now. Russell already a second behind as well. I kind of want to keep pushing here. As for Teo, couldn't get the move done. Danny Rick also has DRS right now. I feel like if Danny Rick loses DRS on Stroll, we can get him. Is Bashir going to be able to get past Danny Rick? That's kind of needed. Danny Rick not in DRS range for this next sector. I think we can get him here. And then I want to save the tyres. We did change the engines. Yeah, we are using fresh powertrain components here. I mean, he's definitely moved over there, hasn't he? Can we discuss that? That is an illegal block by Danny Rick. He's going to try and deny it. We all saw it. Good news is we're deploying out these low-speed corners with our 3rd best acceleration on the grid. Gives us a really good run-in for this section. I really need to get into DRS range on Stroll. Otherwise, Danny Rick can come back at us. As much as the high temps are scaring me. Do I want to go for it on Sainz? He's a bit further back on Stroll. Why don't we go for it here? He's losing time. Yeah, this is the time to go for Sainz. Teo. He's out. He's f***ing out. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Well, he's starting from the back for the race. Teo Pacher, you absolute knobber. Oh my God, I'm so angry. I'm so angry. To the believers, I can only apologise. Did I push him prematurely? I felt like that was his time. Why does he keep crashing? I mean, I was pushing him hard there, but I kind of had to push then. We won't get both cars in the top 8. I kind of had to push then because Sainz was dropping back for the first time in ages. I don't think Sainz would have had DRS to defend, which is further reinforced by the fact Sainz is now so far back on Stroll. Now, he's a great racing driver, starting from the back in Baku. Anything could happen on the Sunday, which we will be doing after this. Final lap. I mean, they're still scrapping. Come on, Leclerc, just crash into him. Turn 3 is a great turn to crash, lads. Turn 3 or turn 7. I'm looking at you. I'm thinking that you've got it in your locker. Max, you could just lock up here, you know, take him out. Leclerc, you could understeer into the wall. Never going to happen, is it? Never going to happen. It feels like a defeat because of the Pacher stuff. Really, I should be delighted with Albon in 3rd. Because that is essentially 6 points. It's going to be 6 points, which I should be happy with that. 6 points is not bad.
Okay, check a flag.
But Teo's caused me pain, is the issue. I mean, at least we get to watch Teo race against Mick. I think double points is possible. If we can consistently get double points, it'd be good. But the reality is we need to start getting some points kind of in the 5th, 6th range consistently. Okay. It's going to be two kind of different races for our drivers, but on very, very similar strategies. Albon gets a absolutely flying start. No idea, by the way, why Albon's confidence starts at medium, considering how well he did previously, but we won't question the logic of the game. He's got Verstappen on the inside. Pacher is stuck behind the Hugo Boss cars. I don't want to look at it. It's upsetting me. Albon is in... Well, he's kind of in second. He is in second. I'll take you back. He's in second. We're in second. Everything's fine. Loads... Oh, God, not everything's fine. There's been a crash. Is everyone going to get through here? This is a nervy red flag moment.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Who had a moment? Who had a moment?
So we're heading now into turn
Oh, it's the Mercs behind us.
a bit too hard at this point.
That's actually really good. Oh, they hit each other.
That was pretty risky. Now their confidence will
That's really good for us. Verstappen is pulling ahead. But that's okay. We're going to now just chill behind him. Pacher, Mick's gone down 2 places. I missed that. Teo gained 3 places, chat, so far. And people don't think he's the GOAT. Maloney's losing us a lot of time here. We really need to get past him. I feel like it's going to be a marathon, not a sprint. Like, the Red Bulls are kind of in a class of their own, aren't they, in this save game, if we're being realistic. So I feel like, for the most part, we have to accept the Red Bulls are going to vanish. If we can keep hold of them, great. Ferrari are quick as well. Based on the sprint race, I'd like to think we can race with them. We'll see what we can do. All right, round the outside here on Maloney. Maloney's on mediums. Okay, we move. We move. At the moment, Albon is holding up. Well, he's holding behind the Ferraris, who are racing close together. If the Ferraris want to come together, that'd be useful for us. No! When did Russell get by? How did he do this?
Russell involved.
No, DRS merchant. Not a real overtake. Not a real overtake. Does a DRS overtake really count, chap? That's my question. I mean, our wear is very comparable to Russell's at the moment. Albon the tyre whisperer might be going for a mental one-stopper. We've driven through a wall there, don't question it. Albon, don't do it, mate. It's just not worth it at this point. We might as well save our tyres, get some charge going. Ah, okay. Now, Sainz getting by could be problematic, but... I mean, we were stuck behind one Ferrari, now we're just stuck behind another.
Yeah, it's just not possible.
It is possible, mate. You're just whinging.
Keep pushing.
Our tyre wear is very good. This is going to be a bit like the Saudi race, I think. Oh, Pacher's got a Hauger.
It was the Williams driver we said.
Pacher has got a Hauger.
There's the opening.
I'll say that like it's a mad achievement. Is that for 16th or 15th? That's for 15th. Oh, go on, Teo. Go on, Teo. Why not? Why not, son? Why not? See you later, Lando Norris. Now can we get within range on De Vries? Because I feel like Lando here with DRS might come back at us. It's going to be hard to break the toe here, but we're going to give it our best go. So far, I don't want to jinx it, Teo's doing okay. You know, he's getting the moves done. He's working his way through. He's not a DRS merchant. A complete difference between him and the Ferrari doing the same thing. There's levels to this game. Albon's losing that gap again. Are they pushing harder? Is the Ferrari just quick? I'm looking at Russell's wear and thinking, they're pushing hard. Part of me wants to push to maintain the DRS gap, but I'm not actually sure it's worth it. In a weird way. I almost feel like we're better off managing the tyres and then just getting slipstreams off these people who potentially pass us like Stroll and Magnussen. It's pretty evident our car has the ability when we want to use the go codes to just send it and keep up. Teo's trying to get past De Vries. Is he about to get the move done? He's about to get the move done on Nick. Is Nick on softs as well? He is on softs. Teo's flying. There is margin in the tyres to push. It's just a case of if I'm wanting to extend later. I guess if they go onto a two-stopper, we can just follow them. Cher's very close behind here on Tsunoda. We passed Norris with ease with DRS as well. Can we get the move done here? Up the inside, he's on mediums. Are we going to get some DRS off Zhou up the road? I don't think we are. It's going to make holding on to this spot maybe a bit difficult. Deploy just to try and get a run out the corner. It's another good move by Teo. He's up to 12th. If there's a red flag now, I guess you'd go hard stand. Wait, Albon's just got past both of them. Sorry, Alex! Alex! What happened there? How's... I'm fine.
Progress.
I mean, yeah,
Okay, good job.
feels like unnecessary progress. He's on low overtake aggression. What are you doing? What are you doing? That is not comfy, is it there? 3 wide. Bloody hell. I mean, the castle... I'm not enjoying this. You're meant to be on low overtake aggression, Alex. We're meant to be chilling. Can we let the Ferrari by here so we get DRS? We look quick in a straight line. I'm annoyed that Boucher biffed his gearbox and stuff. Last year we got pretty lucky with like not having to replace a load of parts in the engine. Don't know if we're going to get as lucky here. Both these guys are on mediums. I think I have to go for it. Go for the double overtake that Albon managed before. Albon's still scrapping, by the way, with the Ferraris. Do not like it. I'm thinking after last session, maybe I'll just conserve a little bit here. Oh, Sainz is behind us in DRS, but there's not a lot I can do. The only good news here is Norris is way further back. Also, there's a little mini Kevin Magnussen train going on. And he's on softs, trading it at the front. Makes me nervous of Boucher getting past Zhou and then holding it. Is Sainz going to really have a go from back there? No. Teo, you can have a go from here if you want, son. Obviously, Teo's going to be on the mediums later, whereas all these cars we've passed, or at least a lot of them, the medium runners, they are all going to be on the softs, trying to get past Teo. Problem is, like, I'm tempted to pit Boucher now, but Boucher could end up getting a pretty useful toe off some of these medium runners. And the medium tyre doesn't seem slow anyway. Obviously, we were racing Sainz hard at the end of Australia when he made that error. Getting his head, mind game him. The softs still seem to have a performance deficit over the medium runners.
Good. Yes.
Until we start losing ground on the medium runners, I'm kind of half tempted to stay on these tyres, at least with Boucher. That's another move made. We are making moves right now. He's getting past all these medium runners, whereas a few of the other soft runners are struggling. Sainz has gunned it, but I feel like he's used all his charge. So if I can just work with Russell, he definitely has pace. That'd be a good shout. Okay, we've got DRS with Boucher here. Magnussen's not got it to defend. Apparently now is the optimal pit for the mediums, but I just don't think it is.
Okay, happy to manage.
Okay, he should get past us here. I think this is a race where you want to be reactive in the pits rather than being the first to blink. Right here, I am telling Albon not to defend, not to attack, and he's still just going for it.
Track is full.
Like, I'm having to manually tell him to not do stuff to try and slow down. Oh wow, Teo got Magnussen as well.
It was the Williams driver.
What is that?
They decide to give it a go.
What is... Is he up to 8th now?
And the Williams go.
Like, I know we've passed a lot of medium runners, but we've also passed Magnussen on the softs, Norris on the softs, De Vries on the softs. Now, here's the interesting thing. Is Sainz going to come out in traffic here?
Copy.
Because I think he's going to come out behind a lot of these medium runners. And if he does, I want to stay behind Leclerc and just stay out as long as we can to try and get
Okay, fuck off.
a good time.
Yes, okay.
You're coming out into so much traffic right now. It's like, it's just not worth it.
Starting to increase the lift and coast now.
Sainz has come out. He's actually... There is a little window that he's come out in, but that window is full of medium runners. If we can just hang out behind Russell and get a tow. Danny Rick is pitting from mediums. Is he going softs to the end from now? Surely not. Bottas is pitting as well. Are these guys going softs to the end from here? That is a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Just do lift and coasting.
Bashir has just got past... Bashir has just got past Gasly. I mean, whether or not he makes the move stick, I'm not sure, but he's just got past Gasly. Of course he has. Of course he has. Okay, Stroll's pitting for his lap. I've got to cover off Stroll, I think, here. Although, it'll be interesting to see where Stroll now comes out. Sainz is about to cross the line here. What's his time? 146.7. He's made up 2 seconds there, but there is this traffic that he's now at. Oh, this is weird. So Stroll's come out way behind Sainz. I feel like I'm now committed to what I'm doing here. Pacher's up to 4th. Stop the count. Okay, pit stops. Good stops, please. That'll do. That will do, Donkey. That will do.
Okay, what's your right line on
How far are we behind Sainz here? We have lost out to him, but we are going to have fresher tyres at the end of the race. 6 seconds behind. Oh, chat, I've got an idea. Teo, mate. Teo, you've got to do 1 extra lap. I'm really sorry. You are going to hold up Sainz, because I think we're racing for a podium. And the podium, if Teo misses out on 10th, it's 1 point dropped. If Albon misses out on more, it's a lot more dropped. Teo now is on always defend. He's parking his car. Albon, you need to really be pushing, actually, this lap. I mean, he already is. Nice and slow, Teo. Nice and slow. You're going to pit next lap, Teo. I'm really sorry for this, mate. If you could hold him back, it'd be mega. I'm almost not expecting him to be able to do it, if I'm being honest. Oh, Teo. I think we might have the straight line speed over him. Teo, if you can get back ahead in Sector 2, it would be mega. Now, the thing is here, even though we've lost out to Sainz, if we keep up with him, we're not actually losing time on this last lap. That was going to be my last lap before I pit anyway. Russell's lost out big time here, but he's going to be on softs till the end. Teo, can you get a run out here? If Teo gets ahead of him here, he can slow him down a lot this lap. Please, Teo. I know you can't overtake, mate. I know you can't do it. I know it's difficult. But just try. Stroll's overtaken Albon. It's a disaster everywhere. So you got Pacher, Zhou, Gasly all yet to pit. They're all pitting now. He is pitting. Can confirm Pacher is in the pits. So we've lost out to Sainz, we've lost out to Stroll, but our tyres are going to be better than theirs. Teo. Good stop, held up slightly there for the Renault. Gasly, I mean, did Gasly get us in the pits there? I actually can't tell. Right, Teo, you know all that overtaking we did before? You've got to do it all again now, mate. Okay, Zhou's pitted. We get DRS off him. I feel like it's going to be difficult to catch Stroll here, but you might as well send it and try and catch him.
We think you can reduce lift.
Perez is in the pits finally. I forgot about the Mercedes crash. That feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? Can the AI drop drivers mid-season, chat? Does anyone know? I feel like I've seen on Reddit people just mention it, but I don't know if it's actually a thing that happens or if it's just one of those internet rumours. You know, like how there's a Mew hiding under the truck at the SSN. You know, I don't know if it's that kind of rumour. Albon's a long, long way back to make this move on Stroll. You look at 0.3 seconds and think, that's not far. 0.1 seconds. This is how close you need to be to make a move here. Teo, you can push the fuel. I'm giving you permission. He's got to keep on it here as well, because otherwise Magnussen will come back at us with DRS. Okay, we're ahead of Kevin. We're ahead of Kevin. Everyone remain calm. There's lots of soft runners behind us that are going to have to make their way through the same traffic we are. But when you look at the wear of tyres up the road, it's not a bad situation for us to be in. I'm going to say it. We have a good car. Our car is a good racing car. Got a podium last race. Was not a fluke. Is what I'm starting to believe. I think we were ahead there. He's going to have DRS on us, isn't he? Oh, no, we have the DRS. We'll stay in neutral, see if we can stay ahead then. Okay, that's big. Teo, deploy out of here. Have a go, son. Russell is nursing his softs. He is not using them to their full potential. I think that's the thing, right? If you're on the soft tyre, you are nursing them. Whereas if you're in our situation on the mediums, you can hammer them. Now, there is a point here with Albon where I kind of need to get past George in order to have an attack on Sainz. And I think this is probably the lap to go for it. It's the exact same situation as Teo, where we get the overtake done in that first DRS zone and we have the middle and last sector to try and break away from Russell whilst having the battery nice and charged. How quick was that last lap? 143.7. Hello? This is why it's the Pachere project, you know? Like, when he's at his best, he's incredible. And if we can develop him to a point where his stats are what they are in his peak now, imagine how quick he'll be then. 2 for 1? I'd love a 2 for 1. I'd love to get Danny Rick into this first corner. Might be hard because he's got DRS, but I'd love to get Danny Rick into this first corner and then try and get Tsunoda in the second bit. If Tsunoda wants to block Danny Rick in a way where there's just a gap for us to go past them both, that would be lovely. Or if we could follow Danny Rick through, that would be good too. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm calm. Everyone else calm? Nice and relaxed? Yeah, me too. Nothing brown in my pants. Oh my word. Right. Albon's called his tyres. He can push a bit harder on them now.
Okay.
Now we sit behind the Haas all the way through till turn 2 next lap. Okay, if we can get Danny Rick through here. We're not really in a position to send it for a lap. Teo Pachere, you beautiful human being. Now you just got to try and keep ahead of him. Russell is within a second on Albon as well. Nobody like that. Nobody like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. Russell, please go past me here.
Let's not waste time. Got it.
Don't waste time. Let him by. He is our best chance of catching Sainz.
Okay, reduce lift.
Okay, Teo is 3 seconds behind Stroll with 6 laps left. They're on the exact same tyre. This comes down to raw talent. I think we're going to get DRS off Mick here. I kind of want to deliberately sit behind him here just for DRS. Mick! You were meant to give me DRS, Mick. You were meant to help me out there. Instead, you've shafted me. Although, if you now want to hold up Russell, that'd be good. If you give Russell DRS, I will be f***ed off with you, though. Mick, follow behind me. I'm like a mother hen to him. Or a mother duck. Mick, stay with me, mate. Don't let the evil man behind get DRS. There's a yellow flag. There's a yellow flag. Who's had a moment? Sector 1.
5 laps to go.
Is it Maloney? Is it Zane?
Yes.
Tsunoda's crashed.
What happened there?
This is behind us. Yuki? Oh, okay. Only amateurs crash out there. Yeah, that is a noob spot. Also, Basher's about to get DRS. Hello, sailor. Mick, have you seen the film Mighty Ducks? It's like that. If you start slowing down, you're going to let George Russell get DRS on me. Because you'll be giving him DRS. So follow me, Mick. Mick, you are the protagonist of this story. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I think we can reduce lifting.
You are our hero, Mick. I wish you weren't so low down the leaderboard, Mick. It makes it very awkward trying to click on you. We're only 2 seconds behind Sainz. I need to keep pushing here. I need to worry less about what Mick's doing.
Start reducing lifting.
I think Russell's been dropped here, actually. I mean, DRS could still help him massively. Is there a podium on for Albon here? It'd have to be a crazy last couple of laps. Albon is 1.5 seconds off a podium. I've not got a lot I can give him.
How many laps do we have?
4 to go, buddy. 4 to go. Your mediums are good, though. You can push these. Deploy out that turn. That's one of the best turns to make the most of deploy.
Yes, copy.
What are we down to? 1.1 seconds. Come on, Albon. Is Pasher within? He's close to a DRS range. Concerned about tyre temps. But we are now on DRS range on Sainz. I think is I've not really got the means to make a move stick because of the marginal fuel. Our tyres are slightly better. If I harvest, he's going to drop me out of DRS. I can't harvest here, sadly. I think I harvest into turn 1 so we don't accelerate out that turn and then try and use that to have enough off 2 laps to deploy into the last DRS zone. Save everything a little bit here. We don't have to push. We don't have to push. We don't have to push. Stay in harvest. We're going to stay in harvest this lap. Use the DRS to just stay in touching distance. If you nail the overtake, we'll send it, but you don't have to. Teo still within the time. Yeah, good, 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 good. This is working. Everything's fine. I'm calm. I'm basically copying the strategy with both drivers. Get tyres cooled down into optimal temperature, a push on the last lap. Why not use ERS Battle Assist? You're better off microing it. ERS Battle Assist is good if you're fast-forwarding the races. But otherwise,
I think you can reduce lifting.
I strongly suggest
Yep, sure.
microing it. Oh, do I send it? We send it. If you're going to make the move here, we're going with 2 laps left.
Reduce lifting coast. Okay,
Now, the question is he going to follow?
we're making progress.
I'm going to do the exact same on Pasher. He's made the move at the same point, although he's not as far ahead. Okay. Is Sainz going to be able to hold on to Teo? Is Stroll is still ahead. Teo. I know it's really tempting to go for him here. Teo's got track position, but I kind of don't want him to have it. With drop signs. That's really good. Okay, Stroll has been dropped. Albon has dropped signs here. 2 seconds ahead for a podium. Teo, I'm looking at you now to bring it home for the team. I'm looking at you, my friend. We want to get as close as we can here. Overtaking here isn't as essential. I'm actually going to go into harvest here and conserve. Because I think with DRS, we'll pull alongside. I want to be behind on the next line. I think it comes down to whoever doesn't have DRS for this next bit. Although there's a car up the road. Is that Zane Maloney? Is it Mick? Oh, it's Mick! Mick. Right, Mick, it's me, your old friend. Yeah, me, yeah. You know me. We're bezies. Sainz is 2 seconds behind. It's bloody happening. It's pissing happening. Just bring it home. Bring it home. Mick, you better not block me, mate. If you block him, though, Mick, you can come to my barbecue. Mick, you could be about to get an invite to the barbecue. Block him. Mick, block him. Mick! You know what? I think you've done the business there, Mick. I think you've done it. I think the bee's knees may have just been achieved. Are we about to get a 3rd and a 6th from starting 3rd and 20th? Stroll's 2 seconds behind. Mick's done us a favour, but I think we would have done it without him. Leclerc is going to be bested by Verstappen. That's not what we care about, though, folks. It's going to be 2 podiums in a row. It's going to be 2 podiums in a row. Take a bow, Alexander Albon. That is a monstrous drive. But it might not be driver of the day. He has now crossed the line. I think our driver of the day is coming down the main straight right now. He crashed out yesterday and Saturday. They were laughing at him. They were mocking him. They're not mocking him anymore. Théo Pourchaire comes home for a 6th place finish from last. Where's the hat? Get the podium hat out. Unbelievable. The ghosts of Logan Sargent dispelled. Vanished, vanquished. We have a car that can accelerate. We have a car that's one of the best when it comes to DRS effectiveness. It helped us get some overtakes done that were vital to the strategy. And a 3rd and a 6th, that is points. That is points. Come on! Come on! Drink it in, folks. It's another podium for Williams. Alexander Albon, you beautiful man. Pourchaire's 6th place, though. That was an incredible drive. Let's go. Take a bow. The bananas are loving it. They're in their pajamas. Get him on the podium. Get him on the podium. We're going for 4th. They were laughing at me after the last stream. 4th? I was mocked for that. It's 2 podiums in a row. We are massive. And the flute's beautiful, isn't it? The flute is beautiful. Oh, my word. I don't even know how the Ultras did in the DHL. It doesn't even matter. It does matter. Sorry, it does matter. Remember your roots, chat. Don't forget them. Oh, my word. You know what? This cutscene is worthy of having the over-the-top celebration. This is one where we can have it. I'll allow it. 3rd and 6th. Yeah, we'll have a party for that. Fish and chips is on me. We'll have a barbecue, actually. Mick Schumacher's come into it. Everyone did a one-stopper as well. That's the thing that makes it more impressive. He was on the exact same strategy as everyone else. And he still managed to get 6th. Drivers' Championship. Alexander Albon's up to 6th. Pourchaire's up to 10th. And our combined total puts us into 4th in the Constructors. And we're 15 points ahead of Aston Martin. It doesn't even look close now, does it? We will be bloody good. If he can learn to bring it home like that every race, we'll be grand. 3rd and 6th in the DHLS. That puts us 1st overall in the standings. I'm sorry to people who wanted the eventful, dramatic red flag. Didn't come, did it? That was the least eventful Baku I've ever seen. Oh, what were the overtakes like for Pourchaire here? Here's the stats, by the way, for the things. In the sprint race, those are Albon's stats. Pourchaire's stats in the sprint race. 23 successful overtakes in the sprint race. 14 successful defense. In the actual race itself... Oh, wait. Is it bugged? Does it show combined? Oh, that's weird. Albon shows the exact same, but Théo's don't. We'll trust Théo's thing here. 23 successful overtakes. 14 successful defends. Oh, it's biblical scenes. £4 million in the bank for that as well. We brought some big upgrades that weekend. They were worth it. They were worth it. Up next, if you're wondering, what's next in the calendar, Jack? Let's go to circuits. We've got Miami. Then we've got Imola. Then we've got a sprint weekend in bloody Monaco. A sprint weekend in Monaco. Whose idea was that?